How do you overcome procrastination? There always seems to be a reason not to do whatever it is I want to do. How to get to that state of mind where I just get on with things. If right now you're resisting and getting started on any form of journey, you've got to awaken to this ugly truth most people do not want to admit. This being, we are innately afraid of our full potential. And if you don't believe me, just imagine going an entire week, if not month, if not a year, if not a decade, without holding yourself back, without procrastinating, without saying, I can't have that, whatever it may be. And you realize it's pretty hard to imagine. And that's because we're uniquely addicted to our patterns of self-sabotage. Now, it must sound strange. We spend a lot of our time trying to strive for more. Why would we be afraid of more? The answer is simple. Because if you were to actually go for it, if you were to complete the things you were procrastinating on, you will actually change. And that change marks the death of your old way of being, thinking, and acting and being. You're literally waving goodbye to the old story of you. And in that moment, you enter a very unfamiliar territory called change. And it is in this moment, your mind will be afraid because you don't know what the next moment is going to look like. You've never been there. This is why we spend tremendous amount of our time and energy preventing ourselves from what we actually want. Making sense? This is why throughout the LMA, we share with you these tools, tactics that's aligned with you finally succeeding with change. But what I'll say to you is right now though, understand this. For some reason, in our culture today, we believe change is kind of a sexy word. I'm here to say change can be ugly in a lot of ways, right? Because change can kind of look like you having a breakdown for you to finally break through. Change can look like you just not knowing what to do, but finally going for it, right? Change can look like you having multiple variations of failures and then finally succeeding. That's what change can actually look like, by the way. So if you want to change in this lifetime, embrace what I like to call the suck. Embrace it. Embrace the suck. What do I really mean? Well, most people are not willing to embrace the suck in life. You know, if you keep on moving forwards in life, you eventually get to a point where you suck less so little that you're actually great and your life has changed. Doesn't that sound magical? What I'm trying to get across as the main point is this. If you're hesitating on taking that first step, it's because, of course, you're triggering your survival mind. So instead of being focused on the entire staircase and overwhelming yourself, just focus on the next step. Instead of saying, let me do it, and overwhelming your survival mind, use this linguistic, the word, the sentence, let me just get started. Let me just get started. Let me just get started. That's all you got to do. Your job right now isn't focusing on instant results. Your job right now is just to get into freaking momentum, just to get started. Because once you get started, once you're in momentum, you begin to reap the rewards from momentum, which is more momentum. And eventually you'll get the results you really want. So if right now you're finding yourself struggling with even taking that first step, understand it is just normal. You just got to train your mind. Let me just get started over and over. And that way you can generate that momentum you require. Keep going strong. And eventually you'll begin to discover what is the root cause of procrastination.